My brother looked me in the eye and said, "No hard feelings." He said it right after announcing his engagement to my ex-fiancée at the birthday dinner I paid $4,200 for. I smiled. None at all, and I meant it. Because a few days later, I stopped paying his bills. My brother, Colton, tapped his glass and asked for everyone's attention. 26 people instantly fell silent. It was my 32nd birthday dinner in a private dining room I had reserved 3 weeks earlier. The bill had already reached $4,200, and it kept climbing because I told everyone to order whatever they wanted. Then Colton stood up, wrapped an arm around Janine, and announced they were engaged. Janine, the woman I proposed to 14 months earlier, the woman who told me she wasn't ready for marriage, the woman who moved out while I was away on a work trip and left behind a note that said, "I need to find myself." Turns out, she found herself at my brother's apartment. The room exploded with excitement. My mother cried tears of joy. My father raised a toast. My aunts immediately started talking wedding plans. Everyone rushed to celebrate them. Meanwhile, I sat there staring at a cold steak and a $4,200 bill. Not one person checked on me. Then Colton walked over and squeezed my shoulder. "No hard feelings, right? You can't help who you fall in love with." I looked up at him. This was the same brother whose car payment I'd covered for 3 years, because he couldn't keep a job longer than 4 months. The same brother whose apartment deposit I paid after he got evicted. The same brother whose credit card debt I cleared twice. Almost $11,000 total. Ever since Colton turned 22, I'd been carrying him financially because Mom always said family takes care of family, and I kept believing her. I smiled. None at all, because I was finished. The following Monday, I called the bank and canceled the automatic payment for Colton's car. For 36 straight months, I'd been paying $487 every month. That's $17,532 parked in his driveway. Next, I contacted his landlord. I had been co-signing his lease and covering an extra $600 in rent every month because he could only afford half. I removed myself from the agreement. Then I called the phone company. Colton had been on my family plan for 4 years. I removed his line too. By Tuesday afternoon, my phone wouldn't stop ringing. Colton finally called using Janine's phone. "What happened to my phone?" "I took you off my plan." "What? Why? You're an adult. Get your own." "I can't afford that right now." "Sounds like something you and your fiancé should figure out." Silence. Then his tone changed. "Is this because of the engagement? I thought you said no hard feelings." "I don't have hard feelings, Colton." I paused. "I just don't have your bills anymore." He hung up. 2 weeks later, his car disappeared from Janine's driveway. Repossessed. For the first time in 3 years, he missed a payment. The reason? He didn't know the amount, the due date, or even which bank owned the loan. He called me furious. "They towed my car in front of Janine's neighbors. That's what happens when payments aren't made. You were paying it, and now I'm not." 30 minutes later, Mom called in tears. "Why are you doing this to your brother? He found love." "I'm happy for him. You should be celebrating." "I am." I paused. "I'm also happy for my bank account. He needs that car for work. Then he should pay for it." "You're being petty and cruel over a woman." "No, I'm finally being responsible with my money. For the first time in years, I stopped rescuing him." Mom cried harder. "You're destroying this family." I almost laughed. "Mom, I spent $4,200 on a birthday dinner where my brother announced his engagement to my ex-fiancée." I took a breath. Nobody even sang happy birthday. Then I added, "I've spent more than $40,000 helping Colton survive the last 3 years. I'm not destroying anything. I'm just done building people up when they don't even notice I'm there." She hung up. Later that night, Dad sent a text. "Your mother is very upset. Fix this." I ignored it. The next month, Colton lost his apartment. He moved in with Janine. Her living situation wasn't meant for extra people, so they argued constantly. One night around midnight, Janine called me. She wanted help paying Colton's share of the grocery bill. I let it go to voicemail. Then last week, there was a knock at my door. I opened it and barely recognized him. His clothes were wrinkled. Dark circles hung under his eyes. He hadn't shaved in weeks. He looked exhausted, defeated. "I need help," he said quietly. Janine kicked me out. I leaned against the doorway and looked at my brother. For the first time in years, he had nothing. No apartment, no car, no safety net, just consequences. And standing there, I remembered the words he spoke at my birthday dinner. "No hard feelings."